Hello, and welcome back to the Compassionate Curiosity Podcast, a space where we explore the messy, beautiful, challenging project of being human. I'm your host, Rachel, and for over a decade, I've supported thousands of women as a family nurse practitioner and Peace Corps health educator, and now help high achieving, heart led women stop hating their bodies without having to lose weight or fix themselves so they don't waste another year having their energy and presence hijacked by their body image struggles. And here in this space, we dive into the stories we carry about food, movement, our bodies, stress, and self worth, sharing tools, reflections, and lived experience to help you soften the pressure, reconnect with your body, and create more space in your life to breathe, rest, and just be. All guided by curiosity and grounded in compassion. And if you're not already following the show, take a quick second here to hit follow so you never miss a new episode. And I'm so glad to have you here with me today. Today, we continue our mini Heart Talks, which is a 4-part series of gentle love letters to the emotions and inner parts of us that tend to get abandoned. Each letter invites us to listen differently, not to fix or silence these parts, but with the intention to start understanding them so we can build more emotional attunement and safety within ourselves. If you've been following along, we've already met fear and shame. And today we're meeting another emotion that's often misunderstood, feared, pushed away, and that is anger. I want to begin by saying that anger is a totally human and normal emotional experience. And I know that might bring up some resistance, maybe some doubt, discomfort, tension, and that's okay. I know for me, all of those things came up when I first started welcoming anger into my life. And that's likely because of what we've been taught about anger. For so many of us, I think anger was never modeled as safe. And what I mean by that is we didn't grow up seeing anger expressed in a healthy, grounded way. Maybe we saw it explode onto other people. Maybe we saw it used to shame, to control, to intimidate. Or maybe we never saw it at all. It was silenced, hidden, dismissed. And when anger wasn't modeled as something that can be expressed with loving attention and care, we learn to fear it. We learn to believe that anger itself is dangerous. So when it showed up in us, we either pushed it down, lashed out, or turned it inward. But the thing is anger itself isn't the problem. Anger isn't bad or wrong. It's just a pattern of energy, a signal, a messenger pointing to something in us that feels overridden, unseen, unheard, unprotected. And like we talked about with fear, anger usually isn't the only emotion going on there. It's what rises to the surface to guard something more tender underneath. Sometimes that tender thing is pain. Sometimes it's grief. Sometimes it's fear. So anger in and of itself isn't the problem. The problem is how disconnected we've become from what it's trying to tell us. Like, I am just now in my 30s learning how to be with, welcome, and move anger through my system. It's been a practice of unlearning old beliefs around anger and discovering new ways to safely express and release it. So, what if anger isn't here to destroy or hurt, but instead to protect what we value most? Because at its core, anger usually comes up when something we care deeply about, our boundaries, our dignity, our truth, feels threatened. So, what if, underneath it all, anger is actually a form of love? Love with boundaries, love with determination, love with clarity, love that says, this matters, I matter. So let's explore that today. And so I want to invite you to start by dropping into your body, just checking in with what's going on right now. So if you're safe and able to, gently close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and let out a long, slow exhale through your nose. And then just let your breath find its natural rhythm, however that is right now. And now I invite you to shift your attention to your hands. Notice what's there. Maybe they feel cold, warm, stiff, tense, tingly. See if you can just notice what's there without judging it or changing it. And then let your awareness expand. Maybe noticing your arms, your shoulders, your chest. Just sensing the movement of energy through your body as a whole, however it shows up right now. Maybe warmth, aliveness, vibration. Whatever it is, see if you can allow it to just be there. Let it move through naturally, like a wave of energy that knows how to settle on its own. And let's take one more deep breath in through the nose. And let out a long, slow exhale through your nose. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, or feel free to keep your eyes closed if that feels right. Okay, so to hear a message to anger. Dear anger, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. I used to be afraid of you. You felt too loud, too much, too dangerous. I learned early that anger meant trouble, that expressing it made me difficult or unkind. So I swallowed you down, turned you inward, masked you as calm or control. But I now know that you've only ever been trying to protect me. You rise when something crosses a line, when I abandon myself to keep the peace, when something in me knows this isn't right. You've always been there, protecting what's true for me. Beneath your fire, there's often hurt, disappointment, grief. You show up when something I value has been dismissed. I see now that you're not destruction, you're direction. You point me back toward what matters. You remind me that I deserve to feel safe, seen, respected. So I'm learning to meet you differently now, to welcome you when you arrive, to breathe with you instead of battle you, to listen for what you're really trying to say. I'm learning that you can move through me without hurting me or anyone else, that you can fuel boundaries, not burn bridges, and that when I honor you, I honor myself. You don't have to shout to be heard anymore, anger. I'm listening now. Thank you for protecting me when I didn't know how to protect myself. I see you, I feel you, I hear you. You are held and you are loved. Love me. Okay, so take a slow breath in through your nose and let out a full exhale through your nose. And now gently bring your awareness into your body. Maybe you notice areas that feel tight or tense in your jaw, your forehead, your chest, your hands. Or maybe you sense warmth, tingling, stillness. Whatever's here, let it be. without needing to change or fix it. And if you notice even a trace of anger, see if you can just acknowledge it and remind that part of you, it's okay to be here. You can move through me safely. And now to hear from anger. Dear you, I know I can feel like a lot, but I promise I'm not here to harm you. I show up when something in you feels violated, ignored, unseen. I rush in when boundaries are crossed, when your truth gets buried under silence. I kept your fire alive when you tried to hide it. Every time I spoke loud and fierce, it was because I wanted you to remember your power and your worth. But I understand why you feared me. I know the ways I've come out sideways. Sharp words, slam doors, quiet resentment. I never meant to hurt you or anyone else. I just didn't know another way to be heard. What I really wanted was your attention, your hand on your heart saying, I'm here, I'm listening. Because when you meet me with awareness instead of resistance, I can finally settle. I can become focus, determination, clarity, power with purpose. I'm not your enemy. I'm your energy. And when we move together, we become strength guided by compassion. Thank you for listening. Thank you for letting me exist without judgment. Thank you for remembering that I belong too. Love, anger. Okay, and take a breath. Let those words land wherever they need to. And just notice what's present in your body right now. Maybe warmth, maybe an openness, or a sense of clarity or release. Maybe nothing at all. Whatever it is, it's welcome here. What we start to see here is that healing anger isn't about suppressing it or exploding from it. It's about integrating it. Because when anger is met with compassion, it becomes fierce courage and clarity. It becomes the voice that says, what I feel matters. And with that, we'll wrap up part 3 of our mini heart talks today. And as you move through your day, maybe you notice when anger tries to speak up in those moments that you feel irritation, frustration, or notice the clenching of your jaw. Before reacting, see if you can pause and ask your anger, what are you trying to protect right now? Getting curious. Because again, sometimes what's underneath anger is hurt. Sometimes it's a boundary that's been crossed, something that's been waiting to be heard. And when you meet whatever's underneath with compassion, that's when you start to build trust with yourself. So I would love to hear what came. What has your experience been with anger? I'll tell you how to get in touch with me. And in our next heart talk, guilt. The part of us that often confuses but when met with understanding, can actually become a bridge to empathy and repair. So again, so much for being here with me today and for opening. And until next time, my dear, may you know I am here with you. May you be guided by curiosity and grounded in compassion. Sending you love, light, and gratitude today and always.